plummeted down through that weird sky towards a great turbulent ocean that roared and swelled, a ferocious sea that offered no hope of survival. I thought of home and wept, unaware that in an instant my fortunes would be changed by an event so bizarre I almost hesitate to tell you. And it happened like this.
Meu Deus, uma baleia engoliu ele. Baleias e Minhocas. Ah, quem que falou que esse era o título? A Saraiva-chan. Obrigado, Saraiva.
A giant whale?
It was huge, General.
You were swallowed by a giant whale.
Yes, General.
You look remarkably well for a man who was swallowed by a whale.
I am blessed with a strong constitution, General.
Olha a minhoca. Legal que a gente cai na.
And I assume you are now going to tell me how you managed to escape from the belly of this giant whale.
Naturally, General. And I must say, it really was a fascinating glimpse into the interior life of one of our world's most magnificent beasts. I consider myself a wiser man after this experience.
Ele se considera um homem mais sábio após esta experiência. Se eu chegar perto da minhoca, ela vai me atacar? Não. Ok, beleza. Ai, olha. O chão afundando, o chão é mole.
It was an extraordinary place, General. I could perhaps deliver a lecture on the subject to Moscow University's Zoological Society, if you like. I only want to help.
The Moscow University Zoological Society has, I suspect, better things to do than listen to the ramblings of a man who claims he was swallowed by a whale.
O chão é mole ali, tem pelo no chão. Tem navio lá atrás.
It is a shame, General. People can be so closed-minded.
I, on the other hand, have little choice but to hear you out.
Quase que o astro gasto porque eles estão da baleia para a gente.
Absolutely, General. I will tell you directly of my miraculous escape from the belly of the whale. You simply won't believe what happened next.
That is becoming a dangerously overused phrase.
Olha, uma estrela do mar.
And so I found myself deep within the whale's organs. A strangely beautiful place. A sort of fleshy wonderland. A glade of polyps and globules. A landscape as awe-inspiring in its way as the forests and mountains of Altai.
Ele tá falando que o lugar é bonito.
My home, General, that I yearned and longed for, and only hoped, as I hope now, that I might one day see again.
I think we're all longing for home at this point.
Oh, with warm slippers, a mug of steaming spitzin, and a roaring fire. Not far from home, trapped inside a monstrous fish with only the strange and evil-looking worms that infested its gut for company. With only one's dedication to one's country and mission to keep one from falling into despair. But no, General, I could not. I had to escape, to find Little Orpheus and my way back to the surface, and home.
Nossa, dá agonia demais esse chão. Muito nojento. Esse é o capítulo 3, Lupi. Ai. Tinha um formato meio estranho esse lugar que a gente entrou. Não vou falar, cada um entenda o que quiser entender. Bem, agora as minhocas vão atacar? Antes elas não atacaram. Parece, né, que é dos mesmos criadores de Inside e Limbo, é o mesmo estilo de jogo. Só que eu acho que não é não.
Oh, they were horrid things, those worms, General. And most unwelcome, I would say. Parasites.
Ele tá puxando a minhoca desses
More of the
buracos.
tremendous sizes they could grow to. At that point, my thoughts were only of escape. And I had a plan.
Yes, I'm sure you did.
Ele tinha um plano pra fugir. Ele sempre tem um plano pra fugir. Vocês viram de onde a gente tirou uma minhoca? Que fase nojenta. Mais uma minhoca pra tirar desse orifício. Por que a pele das paredes do órgão ficam coloridas depois que eu tiro a minhoca? Pode, é um jogo tão simples, é só andar e pular e agarrar as coisas. Ixi, pra onde que a gente entrou agora? A gente só cai, a gente nunca sobe, meu Deus. Ai, essa corda aqui tá suja, toda nojenta.
These worms, they made your Nigerian whale sick.
Wherever they attached themselves, the flesh began to turn grey and die. It was a truly distressing sight. I resolved myself to assist the whale by removing the leeches wherever I could find them during my escape.
Eu acho que é intestino vital, mas tu viu ele falando que as minhocas estão sugando a energia da baleia. Morri. Que ele tá tentando ajudar a baleia na fuga dele. Enquanto ele foge. Só me pergunto por onde ele sairá. Esses orifícios são muito feios.
In my mind, it was a simple plan, General. I would climb up through the whale's throat into its mouth, then wait until it opened it to feed and swim out.
Ah, yes. Brilliant, Ivan Ivanovich. Only one
Ivan
or two minor
Ivanovich.
flaws with it. For example, did it not occur to you that the whale will likely be deep underwater when it ate?
Вы правы, General, but I am a strong swimmer. As a child, my parents would take us to holiday near Irkutsk, where we took constitutionals in the waters of Lake Baikal. In fact, my mother often called me her маленький морской котик.
Eita. Que é isso? Beleza. Do nada ele deixou essa corda pra
Worm for a
subir.
giant whale, huh?
At the risk of repeating myself, it was huge, General.
The Moscow University Zoological Society.
Não quero ser
may be
repetitivo, mas era
interested after all.
gigante. Tudo é gigante.
Let us take a moment
Esses gases roxos saindo aqui.
Your ridiculous plan to escape through the mouth of the whale failing, you would now have me believe you had embarked on some misguided crusade to free it of the whale infestation. To what end, exactly?
When one suffers, we all suffer, General.
Esse show mole tá muito bizarro. E essa música aí. A gente tá andando na pele do lado de fora dela, da baleia. E ele dançando pro olho da baleia.
Your ideological commitment is admirable, comrade, but...
I concluded that if I could find the root of the infestation and neutralize it, the whale could mount a spirited counterattack against the worms.
Não entendi aquele olho. Ele tá lá de fora ou lá de dentro? Lá de fora, lá de dentro da baleia. Olha a pergunta. Ai, pegar. Quase pegou. Ela passa muito rápido. Ah, porque tem que subir aqui, ó. Tá alto o som daqui. Pra mim tá muito alto.
And then, victorious, the whale would surface to expel the remaining poisonous muck and slime from its body. And at that point, I could escape through the nearest convenient orifice. In this case, most likely the blowhole.
That is the most revolting thing
Ai, eu
I've ever
morri.
And then, victorious, the whale would surface to expel the remaining poisonous muck and slime from its body. And at that point, I could escape through the nearest convenient orifice. In this case, most likely the blowhole.
That is the most revolting thing I've ever heard.
General, we are Russians. We have withstood the sheer force of nature and history and emerged triumphant. Expedition through the nasal sphincter of a gargantuan whale is nothing to us.
Esse é o cérebro da baleia? Ixi, morri. Esse é o cérebro da baleia?
And then, victorious, the whale would surface to expel the remaining poisonous muck and slime from its body. And at that point, I could escape through
ela
the
falou no
nearest
show do Big
convenient
Brother que ela tá
orifice. In this
noiva.
case, most likely the blowhole.
That is the most revolting thing I've ever heard.
General, we are Russians. We have withstood the sheer force of nature and history and emerged triumphant. Expedition through the nasal sphincter of a gargantuan whale is nothing to us.
Ela falou que tava noiva. Ninguém sabe quem é o noivo, né? Nem o Léo Dias ainda não soltou a bomba, tá esperando. Eita, meu Deus. Vestido belíssimo e bota na cintura. Eu não vi as fotos não, só vi tipo story dela colocando o anel. O anel não, a aliança. Eita.
I suppose you would have me believe that the whale was grateful to you.
Oh, well, General, that would be presumptuous. I doubt it was even aware of my presence. But I had more immediate problems. For if the whale might have been relieved by my actions, the worms were enraged.
Worms do...
Furious.
Worms
Incandescent.
do not feel...
Violently indignant.
emotions.
Demented, General. Deranged.
Enough!
Meu Deus. Esses dois não se entendem, não. Oh, meu Deus. Vai ser... Tem que correr de novo.
Where is Little Orpheus? Where is my bomb? Unless you are trying to dance the whale should that as well.
No, General, that would be absurd.
No, Ivan Ivanovich, you are absurd. Your story is absurd. This whole ridiculous fairy tale is absurd.
Onde tá essa bomba? Seu chefe quer a bomba. Ivanovich. Como que antes esse verme corria tão rápido, agora ele tá devagar, né? Ah, ele cai em cima de um barquinho, lógico. A gente achou 3 barquinhos exatamente iguais.
Will our brave yet foolhardy hero escape the furious worm? Will he be doomed to spend his days trapped in the innards of a bad-tempered cetacean? Where is the whale swimming to in such a rush? And what will it do when it gets there? Is the general about to lose his temper and order the cosmonaut shot? All of these questions and more must surely be answered in the next exciting episode of Little Orpheus!
Little Orpheus.